Crime rate is 5%. Alright, so if this doesn't work, I'm just gonna stop trying. Because I don't know. I don't know how to do it. I don't know if I should just let the unemployment, I mean the education continue to plummet. Or if I just go back to playing a normal city because I can't figure this out. 6% crime rate, alright. 7. Hmm. 9, alright. They're starting to notice that there's something wrong. Alright, we're up to 11, 12. Alright, good. Now the crime rate is going up. 13. And no, it stops at 13. It stops at 12. No, it just stops. And we got up to 39% crime rate. But we can't get any further. And I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe we actually need more officers. Maybe it's like the crime happens in the offices in the commercial zones. Maybe you don't kill everything. Like maybe you have police coverage in the residential areas and none in the offices and commercial areas. So then the people live happily in the residential areas and then go steal things from the shops. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, I'm gonna load the game. Load this game. And I'm going to... Actually, are my achievements turned off? Because I'm using mods? Anyway, I'm gonna load the game. I'm gonna turn the schools back on. And we're gonna go back to playing a normal game. Like we got we got the unemployment thing done. And I don't know how to do the crime rate. Alright, I'm gonna leave that for a different time, I think, the crime rate. Alright, let's turn all this back on. Yes, be happy again. Be happy. I know there's schools here. And there. Double check to make sure we turn everything back on. And we still have to wait for the city to recover because we did mess it up a little bit. Oh, the emptying's finished. Alright, let me just this is back when we still hadn't completely emptied the cemeteries again. Alright, turn that back on, back on, back on. I just don't know. Alright, let's see, elementary schools, high schools. There and there. And there. And... there and there. Somewhere here. Here's a high school. And there's a high school. Alright, so I think all of that is back on, and universities back on. Alright, so there we go. Everything has been turned back on. And we just need the city to recover. Alright, you're gonna go back to 9%. And you're gonna go back to 9%. Budget is fine. Everything is fine. And we just need the city to grow again. Because we are losing money at this point. And there's no demand for anything. Except maybe a little bit of residential. Alright, so things are still concerning. I want to save the game again. So we just need to wait for the city to recover now. And we're just gonna give up. I'm just gonna give up on the unemployment challenge. Not the unemployment, the crime rate challenge, because I can't figure it out. So I'm gonna give up on that. It's a bit of a shame, but you know, I just don't know how to do it. I just don't know how to do it. Have these emptied? These things. Demolish the cemeteries, which we don't need anymore. We still... Look, I think we did somehow break, like irreversibly break the city, because the city is not growing past 40,000 people now. For some reason. Like we're still losing people, even though we shouldn't be. Crime is 4%. There's fire hazard. I probably... Yeah, okay, so the reason there's no fire hazard here is because there's actually a large fire station right there. So what I think I want to do here is actually put in a large fire station at this point. Because apparently that actually helps with the fire coverage a lot. Okay, there you go. I mean, that's why there was so little fire danger here, is because there was a large fire station. So maybe this is a thing. Maybe this is a... Like, maybe the smaller facilities don't actually provide as much mitigation as the large ones. Like, well, we don't need to work on crime, because crime is fine. So like the fire, like here, we probably need a large fire station at every industrial zone, to be honest. Is my parks? Are my parks okay? And maybe the size of these parks are also a thing, and also a factor. The Japanese garden? It's not very big, the Japanese garden. So we need a park here, that's for sure. Maybe I should put like a larger bouncy castle park. 48 a week. A dog park is that big. Maybe I should like put this in here somewhere. Sure. And maybe like a... Wait, is that really disconnected? No, there's power. And there's water. Alright, so that just made all these houses upgrade because, you know, everybody likes parks. Let me put another park here, I think. I can find one that fits. No. 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 They're all so big. Alright, this one fits. Let's fit that right there. These things do help. Man, look at that. That just made these guys really happy. This thing is really, really effective. So the quality of the parks actually make a difference, I guess. Basketball court. We should put one of these things in here somewhere. How big is that? It's not that big. Let's just stick that there. Although I probably want to put a road through there at some point. Let me just not do that right now. But yeah, look. Oh wait, there's a lot of demand for residential. What's going on? I don't know where that came from. Like, where did that come from? All of a sudden, there's a lot of demand for residential. But there's still abandoned residential, is there? I guess maybe there isn't abandoned. But they're not leveling up or something like that. Let me just come back here. Slow the game down again. Education. Elementary school. Space is already occupied. What do you mean? Alright, well, let's put one there. Do we need one here? Probably not. Why not? Let's just put more there. And high schools. We might need one more. Let me just check. 750 something, 630 something, 668. And the coverage is actually fine. Let me just not do that. And the university coverage is fine. And then parks. Let's put more parks around here somewhere. Maybe like further along. Let's put this one. Let's put this one here. For those guys, and maybe like put another one. It's a little big for that space. Let's find a smaller one. I think that's, well, it's smaller, but it's not too small. The small ones don't give very much coverage. Alright, let's do that. Hospitals? I think we'll probably need another one of these around here. And then clinic, we probably need like 2 more clinics. Put one there and put one there. I'm just eyeballing this, I don't actually know what I need. Police coverage looks fine. Although one more police station there probably will be a good idea. And fire. Let's just put a fire station here as well, because we can. And schools and schools and schools. Okay, and then we zone all of this residential. Just like that. There is a space in there. I should probably put one of these landmarks in that space, actually. Because it makes sense to put something here. Hold on. Hold on, guys. What is this? Plaza of the... No, that's too small. What's this? No, that's too big. What is this? That's way too big. What is that? Oh, that's a good size. Let me just... What is this? That's actually a better size. Actually, no, it's not good neither. I want something that takes up... Wow, it's huge. I want something that takes up that space. Let me drop the observatory here. Cool. And then zone more residential. Because apparently there's a lot of demand for residential. Not that I have any idea where it comes from. Alright, so all of that is gonna be residential. And that, and this, we're not gonna connect those, we're just gonna fill that in. Okay, now grow. I don't know, like we didn't need all these back when we were at 52,000 people. I guess when you kill the city, everything falls to pieces. And it doesn't quite recover all the time. Alright, so I don't really know what's going on. I'm hoping that would just jumpstart the rest of the city because more people move in, therefore more workers, therefore more of the commercial and industrial comes back to life, and then so on and so forth. Whether that actually happens is a separate thing. I mean, the demand is gone again, by the way. The demand for residential. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Well, the city is growing. Let me just let the city grow for a bit. The city is growing at about 200 something people per week. Yeah, there seems to be a little bit of a barrier here that we can't seem to get across, the 40,000 line. Maybe once we get over that, the rest of the city will just pick up again. Also, I guess it's a good time to put a bus line here. In this new part. So let me put that there, 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 and there, like that, and that. Maybe I should come down. Or not. Let me come down here though. And then up to there. And there, and there, and then around there. Let's do that. Alright, so we're back over 40,000 people. These buildings are not at the level I would expect. I would expect these to be higher level. Well, I guess this is pretty high level. But they're not as happy as I would expect. Make sure... Educate more citizens. Oh, I guess I see. I guess education is a thing. Okay, none of them are high school educated. Alright, I guess when the education picks back up again, then they'll level up some more. See, like, when you kill the education, it really hurts your city in the long run because of how long it takes to recover. Like, it takes a long time to recover from an education deficit. Also, we're losing money. We're also losing money right now. Although it's only a deficit of about 3,000 per week, maybe we can recover that soon. Because people continue to move in. Really, really uneducated. Wow. I just need to check my schools to make sure they're not over capacity or something. They look fine to me though. Yeah, they look fine to me. Alright, come on. Come on, recover. We're gonna have to do this again at some point. We never managed to get the negative achievement for crime rate. So we are gonna have to do that at some point. What does that cost? 80 bucks a week. I might just put that down here. Actually, on the other side. Just put that down there. Make those guys a little happy.